Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today I wanted to share something that I observed, and maybe this resonates with you. Hopefully it does. So there's a lot of, and there always has been, at least as long as I've been alive, a lot of talk, research, information, and concern, and I would say sometimes even too much attention on the body, how it looks, whether or not we're storing fat or not storing fat, etc. So I saw this video. It was instructing people how to burn fat, how to lose weight. So what I noticed was that all the things it mentioned, I used to do all those things, not necessarily together in the same day, but I was familiar with every example it gave. And I like to notice patterns, and I like to ask questions like, well, okay, why am I seeing this video? What is this information actually telling me? Because I already know that intermittent fasting, cold showers, and eating broccoli sprouts are good for me. I already know this. Why am I seeing this video today? So if I were to translate the patterns and the symbolism here for myself, I would see the turmeric appearing and I would think, okay, that's a signal, reduce friction. Eat resistant starch, like a green banana. That signal says to me, feed what supports you rather than constantly burning reserves. A 16-hour fast or daily intermittent fasting says, create clear boundaries. Eating your largest meal at noon, that reminds me of the earth, and what the earth tells me is that I should use energy when the sun is highest instead of trying to carry everything into the evening. So those are kind of mirrors or themes to my life and what I've been doing over the last 6 months or so. So for me personally, I've been reducing friction, cleaning the house, creating boundaries, ending loops, feeding what supports me, releasing what does not support me. So the message here to me is, instead of you need to do ABC, eat these exact foods and follow this regime, instead I get the message that, okay, here's the field confirming that my system is ready to shift from survival management back into metabolic participation. So I think everything is a signal, and the signal here, the theme I would say, would be we are no longer living in emergency mode. And I think food, nature, breathing, etc., all give the body information. From my understanding, what I understand so far is that the body often reflects the environment that it believes that it is living in. So if it thinks resources are scarce, it will behave a certain way. So if it doesn't think there's enough food coming in, it will store energy in the form of fat for most people. I know that in my lived experience, I've proven this to myself time and time again. An example would be when I go to a resort, an all-inclusive resort, or let's say on a cruise, a vacation on a cruise ship. There's food everywhere, so much food. And I would eat, because I was on vacation, I would just eat when I felt like it, eat as much as I wanted, and I would eat things that I normally wouldn't eat, and I had a longer eating window. And if somebody brought me something and said, hey, do you want this? I'd say, sure, I'll have that. So then when I would get home, I would think, oh, wow, I wonder how much weight I gained. And I would get on the scale, and every single time, no matter how much I ate, when I got home, I had actually lost weight. So I finally figured it out. It's like, well, it's got to be because my body thinks that we're resourced. We don't need to hold this stored energy as fat anymore because there's so much food coming in. I don't even know what to do with it all. So it decided to release and burn some fat. So that's my personal experience. And that's how my body showed me that it does behave according to what it believes. So instead of me saying, all right, how do I force my body to burn excess fat? A better question for me would be, what signals am I giving my body every day? Because the body is always listening. So I'd like to share a short decree. I'll put this in the description box. I like to make decrees because my body responds really well to these. It responds well to the written and the spoken word. So if you like this, you're more than welcome to use it. So I'll start this now. Okay, body. So here's the decree. I release survival metabolism. I allow energy to circulate in proportion to life. My body no longer stores for emergencies that have already passed. I nourish, move, and participate in coherence. And so be it. Okay, it is done. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.